Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Indigo here. I hope you're having a good day or a good night, whatever time it is when you watch this video. Okay. I had a series of dreams last night. This afternoon, shit, they were all pretty interesting. The thing that stood out the most to me was this really huge golden book that was stories in the Bible, but tarot cards were attached to it. And one of the illustrations in the book of Jesus literally spoke to me. Yeah. So this is so a lot, well, okay. Well, I'll say that a lot of people who originally got into tarot, maybe because you were called to it, okay, you were going through a tough time in your life and you were called to it by the divine to shed light on the situations, the injustices in which it is that you went through, right? Whether it be court shit, legal shit, whether it be love shit, life shit, whatever the fuck the shit was, right? And I feel like everybody's essentially been waiting for justice to be served, right? And a lot of people get so fixated on their situation that it can become a distraction because it consumes you in the sense of always waiting to receive physical justice. It's like you're reading into the 5D, but anticipating, you have expectations on what's going to happen in the 3D. And what I've been being told was that you shouldn't have any expectations, right? So you're not just good at what you do because of your own situation. Like, you're meant to continuously unfold many different situations and move forward and progress. There's a lot of people who have gifts that just have them and were like born that way, right? But as you excel with your gift and your ranking in the spiritual, it requires spiritual maintenance, spiritual self-care. So when it comes to eating clean, eating healthy is very important. You may feel like, oh, my gifts still work regardless of what I eat or what I drink. And they do, but you're more liable to be accessible to spiritual attacks when you don't honor your vessel in a way that's beyond the flesh. And this is essentially what I'm learning. Okay, if you guys watch Swimming Through the Void, I love his channel so much because he's a huge advocate for everything that is good for the spirit, everything that is good for the soul. Okay, meditating, breath work, yoga, whatever the fuck it is that you may do that feeds your spirit. He's very adamant on stressing that to his collective. And I feel like the change in which we're all coming to is acknowledging, hey, meat just really not working out for me. My girl, I brought some meat like 2 days ago. And like, I'm definitely like a pescatarian, like for sure. Like, fish always does what it needs to do for me. But when it comes to like meat, like, no, it don't do nothing for me but make me feel bloated and make me feel like I gotta shit and can't shit. Okay, I had somebody cook for me. They made like steak. I ate a steak. My stomach has been fucked up ever since I ate that shit. Like, shorty can't take a solid shit for nothing. And as good as it was, you know, it's Labor Day and shit, feeding the flesh and shit. As I'm reflecting on it, it's just not worth it, because I'm under spiritual attack. I have a target on my life, and if I don't honor my vessel, and this is in every form and sense, because even now I'm trying to figure out, baby, my creativity is attached to my sexuality. It's attached to my sexual expression, and there's been a lack of sexual expression, not because I don't want to partake, but because when I do, I want it to be in a higher vibration that actually feeds my flesh in a healthy manner rather than a low vibrational manner. Like, I want to add substance to my life, not deplete it. Okay? I'm not gonna tell you about that. Anyways, it was lit, whatever it was I was about to say. I had a vision that was unlike any vision that I have ever had in my whole entire life. There are also a lot of famous people that literally have robots. Like, they have robots that look like humans, and they have them. By the way, rich people, of course, because rich people don't ever talk about shit that they do behind closed doors. Secret society, you feel me? Anyways, you can't become complacent. There's a lot of you that I've been watching, especially those that show their face, okay? I can see darkness in your eyes, which tells me that the devil has a grasp on you. It's like the devil has you by your shirt and you're just walking around. You're making a lot of decisions out of ego. And like, when I say that, I mean making a lot of decisions out of the fact that butterfly, you have the right to make your own decisions, right? But you can't be called for something and you can't answer the phone halfway. You feel me? Like, you can't, like when you pick up the phone and answer it, you're committed to this conversation now. You have the choice whether or not you hang up. But I'm under the impression that just hanging up on somebody when it's of enlightenment is rude. I mean, if somebody's speaking that shit to you, I mean, you probably should hang up. I would definitely hang up. But you have to understand, being chosen, baby, it's a challenge. Everything is a challenge. Nothing's going to be smooth. Nothing's going to be perfect. It requires you to make a fucking commitment and stick with it. And a lot of you can't make the commitment. And it's because a lot of you don't think highly of yourselves beyond the point that it is that you've already reached. And this is because of things that you've experienced in your life. You finding out illusions that you've been placed under, okay? Finding out family ain't family, or family lied to you, or family betrayed you. All the things that you held close to your heart, you're uncovering that all of it was an illusion. And it's taken away your sense of identity. And it's important that you give yourself a new identity, as you are in your north node. So I'm gonna pull Oracle. Like, and that's another thing. Like, people in the spiritual community feel like, oh, this is a competition. I don't view none of y'all as my competition. I view all of y'all as my allies. Why? Because we're all doing the work of God. Not all of us. Let's make that clear. But there's a handful of us that are doing the work of God. So I view you as my brother, as my sister. So how you give your message, how you do your thing, I fuck with that. That doesn't, I learn from you. I'm not here to steal from you or to look at you as competition, because we all have a job to do. And I feel like we're all in the same field, and we need to stop looking at this shit as competition and realizing that it's never been about competition. It's always been about assembling a team. Baby, are you a part of the Spectral Victims Unit? Or are you a part of the spiritual unit? Like, you feel me? Like, the medical unit? Like, what part are you on? It's not a competition. And I think a lot of you people need to get the fuck out of your ego so that everybody can align to fulfill the purpose in which we were all meant to fulfill together. Change, home, resources. So definitely positive changes coming about, especially if you've been in a situation where your home life has been affecting your work, okay, your mental stability. A lot of you need a change of pace. You need to be around new energy, okay? I've definitely been guided to connect with a number of people because of the gift that I hold. The spiritual advisor always needs, how they say the therapist always needs a therapist too. And I've been guided to connect with a lot of you on a level that will give you clarity about your own vessel. So definitely an environment change coming about, a change in power. Also, to reference The Matrix, as I always love to do, it's a beautiful movie, beautiful series of movies. They've been making a lot of AI generations of Keanu Reeves, and I don't know if I'm feeling it. Well, Keanu might want to go out of the public eye, so I respect that. He like, yeah, we just get him AI, then they'll be okay. Cause he really is chosen. A new era to his work is evolving. I forgot what I was gonna say. Right? You don't have family because you were meant to build another family. You're meant to learn from other people because you're in a newer vibration in your life. So communication definitely is coming in. Truths are coming in. Emotional support and stability is coming in. The divine is ushering in its chosen people that are going to help you cultivate this new lifestyle that feeds your soul and your spirit, which will allow you to do your job at its fullest capacity. Every time I look at this cup and I see that little chip, it reminds me of the bread and wine that they give you at church. Okay, I don't remember what that's for, but if you are aware, then you'll be able to understand the significance of that message. Something about like, it's giving me Sunday dinner vibes. Somebody's meant to cook and prepare the food that is meant to be served to the people that are the healers to help heal themselves, bring enlightenment. This is giving me like spiritual practices too. I know Native Americans, we do a lot of smoke ceremonies, okay? Peyote is a huge thing in the Native American culture. No hallucinations, just an enlightenment in soul and spirit comes from a cactus. Eating cactus is very significant too. Okay, green, something about the heart chakra, awakening the heart chakra. The hermit is calling judgment because the hermit oversees the situation for what it truly is. So does the divine. The divine is using someone to usher in enlightenment. There's a star. That's what the hermit is using to see. It's a star. Do you understand that? The star is going to be the one that sheds light. Not only is the star going to be the one that sheds light, but the star is going to be the one to provide resources, provide new homing and shelter for these gifted individuals so that you can propel to your fullest capacity within your gift. This is really what this is about. Nurturing and honoring one another enough to want to see each other excel in the gift in which you hold. It's like extension cord, okay? Everyone is an extension of everyone else. Especially if we watch each other's shit. If we're tapped in, if our ancestors are tapped in with each other, we're extension cords to each other. Somebody's like heavily calling on Archangel Michael. There's a need for somebody to get baptized as well. Especially if you go to church. You've probably been baptized before. I heard that there's a need for you to be baptized in a more natural manner. So if you have access to an ocean or a river, something about the Nile is very significant. I was thinking about my dream and how I was about to give a reading to this guy. And out of all the decks I had, he chose my index cards to shuffle from so I could pull from, which I thought was very significant. Blonde hair and blue eyes. You know, some people associate that with the devil. Right, there's a part of you that you don't know because you don't know your parental figure on the other side, and that's the figure that holds this demonic energy that easily keeps itself attached to you. You may not be aware of it because you know that you're an angel, but angels still have a fight between the devil. I also heard fallen angel. Yeah, you're definitely someone who used to run drugs and like be in the wrong areas looking for excitement. You're an adrenaline junkie. I heard that you do magic. Nobody knows. And maybe you haven't been doing it because of something that you feel guilty about. It's like the divine wants you to use your practices on yourself to help heal yourself, to help ward off all these demonic ass energies that are being sent towards you. Also, something about you keep going back to the past, which is why you keep feeling the way that you do. But it's like you're also the type of person to like, this is the best word I have for it, punish yourself until you learn your lesson. Maybe that's how you were raised, okay? Being punished, being whooped or whatever. It's a psychological thing with you. The Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of angels working on dropping gems on people. You're gonna meet somebody at the river. It's very important that you abide to the places that you're being called to go. Something about you working on bringing something to somebody that's going to bring you peace. It's like the one thing that you're holding off from is the one thing that's going to help you. And maybe you're holding off from it because you don't feel like your best self. But this is going to be the thing that's going to help you get to that point. Like, we all need a helping hand. And just because you view somebody in high honor, like, okay, we're still human. Like, I ain't an angel yet, my nigga. Damn. Anyways. I heard you still have to respond. That butterfly is so cute. Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. So I keep hearing deathbed. Somebody's gonna give you information on their deathbed. You're gonna acquaint yourself with somebody through meditation. It's like something's synchronistically lined up to where, like, when you meditate, this person's gonna be meditating and y'all are gonna meet each other in a premonition, thus creating a portal to the future. There's definitely, okay, I feel like it's a Leo. It's a woman in the collective that has a spiritual advisor, him the fuck up in the spirit. You know what I learned? The more vulnerable I am on the internet, the easier it is for me to hold myself accountable. Like, you can't just talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk kind of energy. I feel like maybe you being vulnerable about this situation that you're dealing with this bride, will help you put a closing on it. Like, your collective is there to lend you support and a helping hand, a listening ear. You may feel like because you're the spiritual advisor, you're the one that's supposed to be giving the advice. I see a hawk. You're the one that's supposed to be giving the advice. But your collective is also meant to give you advice and give you a new perspective. Right, hunting season, the winter is coming. Yeah. somebody recently just gave you something that you need to get rid of, oh, I was talking about the Matrix. In the Matrix, and the last one, like, he was very adamant on the fact that he was tired of fighting. Okay? Seen a cardinal. He's very adamant on the fact that he was tired of fighting. So his objective was to go wake up Trinity to get her out of the Matrix. And it's like, when he awoke in Trinity and pulled her out of the Matrix, Trinity then took it into her own hands to help save him and essentially save the rest of the world. This is a metaphor for divine partnerships. A lot of men have had to go fucking hard as the providers, okay? I mean, a lot of women have had to as well. But this is what the fuck I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about men, alright? So, the objective is to take weight off of one's shoulders and not place it on another, but somebody's more equipped to handle this certain area. And I feel like, because women are the spiritualists, like, we're more spiritual than men, and this is just in me acknowledging that we're closer to God because we create life, which means that a lot of you need a woman to back you up in the spiritual. I'm just gonna leave that there. And a lot of women need men to back them up in 3D, all right? So let's move on. I think it's gonna rain, so I might go inside and end this video here because I don't want to make it too long because people don't got good attention spans. However, I do see justice, a celebration, the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, the Two of Cups with the High Priestess, the Moon, the Lovers, Six of Wands, the Hanged One, Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I heard choosing your partner in crime. Who are you going to fight this battle with? Are you going to keep trying to fight it by yourself, or are you going to allow the divine to bless you with what it is that the divine wants to bless you with, so that you don't have to fight the battle alone? It's your choice. You're essentially fighting yourself and your own demons. But awareness is honestly the first step. So, I'll see you guys later.